In this video, we're going to be breaking down this really fantastic boat blind that Travis put together. And he made this with EMT conduit, which you can find off the shelf at places like Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Menards, different hardware and home improvement stores. It's readily available, usually in 10-foot sticks, and it's right now about $10 or $11 for a 10-foot stick. So not too bad, not too expensive to make whatever it is you want to make. And you can build things with EMT conduit and the connectors that we manufacture in South Carolina, and both of them are easy to work with and put together, which makes it great for projects like this. And we got tons of ideas on the channel and the website, so be sure to check out all the different things that are available to you if you need ideas or help. But this is a really cool build, and we're going to break down this and talk about some different techniques that were used in case any of them are useful for whatever it is you're making, or if you want to try to recreate this same boat blind, you can definitely do that as well. It's really cool, like I said, made out of EMT conduit, and here we can see this is kind of the best picture we have of the framework, and it's essentially just two kind of ovals that are connected together, or I guess they're really rectangles with rounded corners that are connected together. And we've got one on the bottom here that kind of goes all the way around the whole boat and then comes around here. And it's not one long piece of conduit that does that. It's basically just, I would imagine, probably maybe 4 pieces of conduit to achieve that. You could really break that up however you wanted. Essentially, what the best thing to do, what I would recommend, probably the easiest, honestly, is just to kind of bend the two halves here. So kind of bend this part and then do the same thing down here. And then use the maker pipe coupling or the off-the-shelf electrical couplings to then join those two pieces to another piece of conduit here in the middle, and then you can kind of join all those together, and that makes it really simple. That way you're not trying to bend a bunch of conduit all at once and get the measurements perfect. You can basically just do a 90-degree bend on this corner and on this corner of the piece of conduit, and then connect those with a coupling somewhere in there. And that makes it really easy on projects like this, or really any project that you want to add some bends into. And you can just use the off-the-shelf handheld bender. I'll link a video tutorial on how to use that down below. But that's really cool, and kind of allows you to kind of add some nice bends and keep you from having harsh corners. And it ultimately saves on connectors because you're not having to put a 90-degree connector or an elbow or something there to kind of create that rectangular shape. So that's really cool, and I think it just looks nice too. I always like seeing bends like this. But same kind of thing up top there. You just do that, except on a smaller scale, and we can actually see a coupling up there. So I imagine that's what he did. He just basically broke this up into multiple pieces and connected those together. So essentially, once you have those two rectangles, it's pretty simple from there. All you have to do, and all that he did, was grab on to the bottom rectangle and send a piece of conduit up to the top, and then grab on to the top. And it looks like he's doing that same technique all the way around using one particular connector from MakerPipe, which is the MakerPipe T connector. It's a really simple connector made up of 2 pieces, and they interlock together and then clamp down on the pieces of conduit. Don't have to do any welding or anything like that, and it just relies on friction. And the bottom piece of conduit will terminate inside of the connection, and then that'll go down to the other piece. Looks like he's got some intricate bends in here using that same handheld bender. And then there's a T connector down here that he's using to grab onto the bottom rectangle. And it's just the same kind of thing. That piece is terminating in the bottom half of the T, and then the other piece, the horizontal piece, is just running continuously through it. And the same kind of technique all the way around, basically to just create this whole structure, and there's just T connectors everywhere to essentially just add all of these bars going up to the top with all of these different angled pieces going up. It's pretty much the same design all the way around. So you might see this and think it's really complicated, but it's not too bad. Honestly, you just got to bend the 2 rectangles and make those, and then just connect them together with the T connectors and kind of add as many pipes as you want. And the reason that is cool is because he is using these pipes here that are angled and going up to attach the ABS plastic. Now, I looked it up, and you can buy these sheets. They're not too expensive. They are kind of pricey, but it's just thin, waterproof ABS sheets. And he's essentially mounting those to the pieces of EMT conduit. And we can see there that he's using what it looks like self-drilling screws, if I'm not mistaken, maybe even some pop rivets. Not entirely sure, but it looks like self-drilling screws. I think it would almost have to be going through the ABS plastic and into those angled bars that we saw that he added. And what's really cool is he's using the washers on there to grab on and secure these cattle panels here. And this is really cool because that allows you to, well, first of all, he painted it, as we can see there, nice camouflage paint job, but that allows you to add the brush and the fake grass really easily because you kind of have that grid system that you can just attach the material to and then zip tie it or Velcro it, however you want to secure it to your framework. You can do that really easily, and you've got, 50 little, or however many, it looks like a ton, maybe even hundreds of little mounting points that you you can then attach the blind material wherever you need to, and then you end up with something looking like this, which is really cool and looks fantastic. Looks like a great solution out there on the water for hunting, which is really cool. So really appreciate you sharing this, Travis. Really awesome build, and there's the close-up of the coupling we can see, the MakerPipe coupling that allows you to join pieces of conduit together, and it looks like he did do what I thought, which was separate this into two halves, or I guess technically it's 4 pieces, and then connect those together. There's a coupling up there as well, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how he did. Yep, there's a coupling back there. So that's how I would recommend doing it. It's really easy, or a lot simpler, to just break up the pieces, get the bins you need, and then connect them all back together with couplings. So really cool and great job, Travis. Really appreciate you sharing this. If you want to see these photos or the post, I'll link it down below. And if you like this video, consider leaving a like and consider subscribing. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those down below, and I'll answer with any information that I have. I'd love to help you guys with your projects in any way that I can. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next video.